Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to Pantsless Tables. Today we are playing Tales from the Loop, and we're going through the pre-written campaign, Four Seasons of Mad Science. This is the fourth mystery in a four-part campaign, and this is our finale for the campaign. So yay, very excited for that.
Ooh,
And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this session. How everything comes to a close. After all that, our characters have been through. Let's see how this this chapter of their life ends. Awesome. So as always, I've been GM Void. I'll be running the loop today, and I use he/him pronouns. And I'll let the others introduce themselves. Amber, please go ahead.
my name is Amber, and I use she/they pronouns, and I am playing Audrey, the bookworm, who uses she/her pronouns.
I go next. I do. Yes, that's me. Hi, my
Yes.
name is Chanel Lees. I use she/they pronouns, and today I'm playing Jet, the jock who is 13 years old and uses she/her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Milo Dakey, and today I will be playing the Cooper, the hick, the farm boy, and he's a little 12-year-old boy, he/him.
Hi, I'm Stonari, and I'm playing Mary Lee, the troublemaker. Um, both of us use she, her pronouns.
Awesome, cool. So previously, um, in the last session, we learned something about we had a very major revelation that Isaac had been on the run from this robot called Wagner, who was Diane's creation, and he had been on the run because Isaac had witnessed and recorded um Wagner killing his own creator, that is Diane. They seem to have some sort of they seem to be having some sort of an agreement. Sorry, argument, and things got heated, and Wagner ended up killing Diane. After he recorded all of this, he was chased by Wagner into the forest where he disappeared, and ever since then he has been on the run, uh, gathering information as much as he can. Now that things are coming to a head, and and the kids have gotten more information that than Wagner would like them to have. Isaac felt a need to let the kids know of what's happening, so that they could act on it to stop Wagner from whatever his plan is. Um, while they met back at the hideout, Isaac told them that some humans who Wagner had infected would be after them, and it was Stacy and the trio of teenagers that they had met before. They it was somewhat of a tussle, but but the kids ended up gaining an advantage over the teens, and the teens fled the scene. Soon enough, Isaac previously had told them that there are two parts of Wagner's plan that he knows of. That is, he wants to infect the humans with the Wagner rings, which he can use to control both humans and robots. The way he's going to do that is infect the food in one of the largest supermarkets of Boulder City. Um, the other plan that Wagner has is that he has been conducting these meetings uh, in and around the Loop area, mostly around the Seven Falls. Uh, there's a cannon near the Seven Dry Falls where these meetings have been happening, and where he has been infecting uh, robots with Wagner rings to make them subservient to him. The first order of the kids decided that first and foremost they need to take care of the food, which was going to be a huge determinant as to whether he is able to infect humans to do his wedding or not. So they went to the department store where they lit up a fire and escaped some deadly robots. And yeah, it was a whole thing where by the end of the session, uh, the realization of what they had just done sort of set in a bit, where we had a really nice emotional moment back in the hideout with um, Jet and Audrey. But I think that is where we left off as the other two, Merrily and Cooper, make their way back to the hideout. That is where we're going to start. So, as you guys are still sort of sitting down in the hideout, you hear, voices from above as steps descend the stairs and open the doors. You realize it's Merrily and Cooper are back. What do you do? Still night, late at night, in fact. But yeah, what's your plan? What do you do?
So when me and Cooper enter, I'm assuming Jet and Audrey are still hugging each other and like probably
would-
calming themselves down.
I would imagine so.
So
Yeah, I think when Jet hears footsteps, I think she hears them a little bit too late. And kind of like she jumps at the noise, but then also kind of like out of embarrassment, she scoots back a bit. Yeah, I don't think she even really knows exactly what she's embarrassed about. She's just suddenly like, "Oh, I don't actually want to get caught in a moment of vulnerability," and scoots away from Amber. Or not Amber. Once a session, Audrey. I know everybody's names. I can do this. In the finale. No, I didn't even do it in the finale. It's over. It's over, folks. I never did it.
So yeah.
So I think Mary Lee throws open the door and she just sees them and she's like, "Are you guys okay?"
I think so. Physically, right, Jet?
Mm-hmm.
Were you followed?
Oh! More important question. Did we walk in on something? Like, do you want us to like turn around? You two
Oh
kind
my
of like
God.
smoke in there or
No!
something?
No!
No, my good Cooper, no. It has been a hard day, and I was just providing some comfort to Jet.
No, like I don't mind it. Like I'm fine with it. Like you can smooch if you wanted to. I just
We
thought I
were
might give you some time.
Cooper.
Just
If we
stands
were
up and walks away.
if we were going to smooch, it would not be in a public place where everybody could see us. At least not for the
Yeah,
first
good
time.
point. Whoa!
So there is something going on here?
No,
No!
you have.
Can we stop talking about smooching? Jet's shoulders are like at her ears. She's so tense right now.
And Audrey is just like, what? This is a very logical answer to what you just asked. I don't understand.
Okay, forget about it. Did anyone follow you here? Did you
No.
see anybody?
I
No.
didn't see anybody. No.
Okay. Then this hideout is still safe. That's good.
I think this might be the only safe place.
Yeah, as you guys are talking, you hear like something turn on from like towards the back end of the hideout, and Isaac just sort of stands up as he turns himself as he switches himself on, and he stands up and oh, glad to see you kids are safe. So you were back at the supermarket, right? What happened? Did you manage to get rid of the infected food?
I believe that we have been very thorough. And she sort of looks nervous when she says that because, fire. I believe we have been thorough with getting rid of the contaminated food, yes.
That's
I mean,
honestly
that's
great.
one word for it. Thorough.
Well, as long
I
as
mean,
as long as we've achieved our objectives, I think everything is going to be fine. Tomorrow, a lot of people are going to eat that. Were going to eat that as breakfast, and they were going to be infected, but they're not because of you. So you should be proud of yourselves.
thank you, Isaac. But we still have the manner of the meeting that's going to be happening in. And what time is it at this point?
I think it's late at night. I think it's past midnight.
Okay. Later today there's that meeting. We have to figure out what's the plan of action for that as well.
That's right. Of course, I will accompany you to the meeting. I need to talk to the people who are arranging these meetings. I know that I can convince them to stand against Wagner once they know that uh, Wagner killed Diane. Uh, I know Hogan and Movement will listen to me. But that's later today. So I'm sure it's been a long day. I think you all of you should take some rest. We'll decide what to do tomorrow.
I think that's an excellent idea. And I'm sure there's probably stuff stashed here, right? Like a sleeping bag, a couple of pillows. Like it's got like the old furniture and stuff in there, right? So we could all reasonably
Yeah,
sleep in here if needed to.
yeah.
Yeah, but Merrily has drinking all the alcohol, so none of that.
I don't think that Audrey's concerned about that, so I think we're clear. All right, so I think Audrey will just like, you know what, roll up her jacket into a pillow and like find a spot and just like zonk out.
Okay. What do the others do?
I think
Same as Audrey.
Mary Lee is just searching for at least little bit of alcohol left in each bottle, just making her own Long Island iced tea at this point without any coke, and just takes out her cigarette and just like is trying to keep herself calm throughout all of this. Just like, I need to sleep and be ready for tomorrow.
Merrily is about to reinvent moonshine. Jesus.
Yes. And then she probably is going to take a sleep on the spa counter.
Okay.
Jet
Cooper just curls
during
up
oh,
on the. Oop, ah,
you go ahead
okay.
first.
Okay, yay. Cooper just curls up on the hardwood floor. You can just do that. He's built different.
I think Jet walked up and like she stood up and fully walked away a couple steps during the whole like are you smooching thing. And that she never really walked all the way back to the group. So I think she kind of finds a corner and curls up with her like facing the wall. She's got her back turned to the room. In like an awkward distance away from everybody else.
The only
Okay.
distance Jet knows how.
All right. Yeah, the night passes as you guys take some rest, sleep it off, whatever experience that you had today. And yeah, it's a new day, it's a new morning uh the clock turns at 6 o'clock. You hear the the cooling towers at the which are like these again like these huge towers, three towers right in the middle of where the loop is where the collider is supposed to be underneath uh, the town. And these are usually used to just let steam off into the air, let all the heat off into the air from all the from everything that happens in the loop, right? So it's at 6 a.m. and at 6 p.m. Yeah, at 6 a.m. they let out this huge steam into the air and they make this huge noise, which is very loud noise, kind of like a blaring horn, which sort of reverberates throughout the entire town and the surrounding area. The cliffs and the canyons. That is when all the birds wake up. Everyone gets like a nice little alarm for their everyday lives. Very important part of everyone's life. So yeah, that the whole thing happens at 6 a.m. The horn blares, the cooling towers blare, and yeah, it's a new day. What do you do? Do you wake up listening to them? Do people still are people still asleep? Yeah, let me know.
I
I
think
think
Jet
Audrey.
is.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
I think this is normally when
I
Audrey
love
wakes up.
Okay.
I think Mary Lee probably didn't sleep properly, so she's just like, she probably rolls off the bar counter, falls down third, and then wakes up.
Yeah, Cooper's a pretty light sleeper, so when everyone else kind of gets up and starts walking around, he blinks open.
I
All right.
think Jet also didn't sleep very well. She was kind of like in a doze. Um, when I think she woke up around her regular time, maybe like around 5ish, and then started to doze back down. But it wasn't the steam that woke her up. It was merely like flumping off of the counter that jolted her out of that daze. She's very obviously not happy about it.
Okay. So what do you do? Do you go home? What are your plans for the day? Isaac, obviously, he turns himself on. You see, you hear this sort of crackling, sort of electrical crackling behind behind you guys as his steel arms and legs and sort of just wake up. They're a bit rusty, but they still sort of work pretty fine. Uh, he wakes up, sort of walks up to you. Well, it is the day. Um, we still have some time before the meeting, so if you want to do something, you want to go back to your houses, um, we can meet up back. We can meet here uh, in like about 2 hours or so.
I don't think we should go anywhere though. I feel like everyone's might be still infected and would probably be out searching for the people who burned down the food.
Yeah, there is a little bit of I guess concern. The only thing that I think Audrey would care about is like Jet has like a funky family situation, right? Like, does she need to be at home? Anybody like is there any supplies we think that we would need that is not here in the speakeasy? I think those would be the exceptions.
What day of the week is it?
It's a Sunday.
No.
Oh, okay.
Should we
Jet
just
doesn't want to go home.
should we go
Oh.
get some food then?
Like a cafe or something. I don't really know if I have the appetite for a grocery store food.
I think at the mention of food, Jet's stomach growls embarrassingly loud. She is indeed quite hungry.
I think I'd turn to Cooper and then be like, "Can we steal some food from your place? Is it good food? Do you think your food is infected as well?"
Well,
Incomplete,
even
but
What
complete.
season is it again? It's summer, right?
Spring.
do you all have
Spring.
chickens? Because that's
Okay.
like perfect.
Oh, we have chickens. Yeah. I was gonna say if you want to have the like vegetables or anything, it's not harvest for like another 2 seasons. You'd really piss off my parents. Yeah, chickens. They won't notice that. We've got enough chickens.
So we're going to pluck a chicken and
No,
cook
I meant
it
eggs.
ourselves.
No!
Also,
Okay.
I
Eggs.
initially thought we
Eggs.
were going to slaughter a chicken, and then I remembered eggs are a thing.
Nope. Eggs. I just want to be very clear that I was talking about eggs.
I mean, I'm sure we can. There's quite a few.
I mean that it's a guarantee. Like, I guess it's a more of a guarantee it's not infected than anything else,
Yeah.
right?
I don't want to kill a chicken.
We're not, we're not gonna kill a chicken.
That was Jed. That was not Chanel. Chanel needs to mind. Jed does not want to see a chicken die.
We don't need to. We don't need to kill it, Jet. Eggs. We can cook eggs, right? I
Oh.
mean, eggs are very easy to cook.
I've never
Oh, yeah.
cooked before, so I will do whatever you say, Audrey.
Sure, Audrey has. She's sort of like a because her parents are so important in business and things. She's like a latchkey kid, She's like, yeah, I know how to cook things. No big deal.
Mm-hmm. Jet also knows how to cook. Jet is a parentified teen. She takes care of her siblings.
So
Awesome.
we go and nab some eggs now.
Cool. You
Yeah,
spend your
Cooper
morning
can't do
at
shit when he naps the eggs, yeah.
you spend your morning at Cooper's house having some eggs. Uh, his obviously his mom helps you with whatever help that you need. Uh, you I don't know, you make some scrambled eggs or maybe omelets for yourself. Uh,
We tried to
Yeah.
make an omelette, it turned into scrambled eggs.
Yes.
I
It just wouldn't
understand, yes.
come off the pan. Sorry.
that's awesome. Okay, cool. You had your breakfast. Cooper's mom gives you some juice, some orange juice or something. And yeah, what do you do? It's still you still have some time left before you can meet with Isaac at the hideout. But if you want to like pre-plan something or you're gonna go to the meeting beforehand, you can just do that. That's fine.
I'd like to ask Isaac what typically happens at these meetings. Like, what can we be prepared for?
Okay. He says, well, usually these meetings are held for robots. Usually there are like 10 or 15 robots in total. Um, as far as I know, Hugin and Moomin, they try to move them with speeches, but these robots are very primitive ones. Usually they don't have a very advanced AI, so they just sort of just sit there and listen for some reason. And then once the speeches are over, they infect them with the Wagner rings, and there's that. They now that they've been infected, they can be controlled, usually by Wagner, who knows where they are or where what they're seeing. But they can also be controlled by these drones, which I'm not really sure where if Hugin and Moomin have control or not, but they might have. They So the one bigger problem, and I mean that in a literal sense, is that there are these two giant robots, firefighting robots, which are usually kept as guards for any humans who or anyone who would stumble into one of these meetings. I think we'll have to take care of that beforehand before we actually get to the meeting in itself.
So if they're going to infect them with Wagner rings regardless to control them, what are the speeches for?
I don't know.
Probably just some sort of ceremony or tradition, I would think.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
probably
it's
some way to lure them into the meetings, like give them a purpose to come.
Maybe. I haven't actually heard what they say. It was quite difficult from where I was standing, but I've only been to I've only tried to sneak into their meetings once, and before I could do anything substantial or hear anything substantial, I was spooked by one of those giant firefighting robots and had to run away.
But if they're primitive AIs, would they really listen to us? Would they be able to understand us? Like,
The
would
robots, no.
no. Mm.
The robots, no. They would usually, if they're not given an order, I think they would just go back to their default programming.
Stupid AI, we can probably just walk up to them, say, "Hey, just turn
Oh,
around."
wait.
I mean, I'm not exactly in the mood to be, punching. I mean, I know, but like, I don't super want to like get in a fight.
You don't want to
Right.
punch robots today?
I mean, I can if we need to.
Do robots even feel pain?
That doesn't. We're not punching them to make them feel. We're punching them to get them to turn around and, not get.
Okay.
In attempt to make a joke, Audrey will be like, "Do robots dream of electric sheep?"
What?
It never mind.
Nobody in the room gets it.
Nope.
Yeah. All the kids are just dumbfounded.
They're like, "What?"
I don't know if punching a metal robot would be a good idea. That sounds like something that would hurt your fists.
Should we
I
get
think
water
It would
guns?
hurt my.
what a
Huh.
what a great child's idea. You know what I mean? Like something a kid would be like, "Well, it's electronic. Get a water gun."
Yes. Drown them.
Look, how didn't we think of this before? Just get a tap and start running. Oh,
Do that thumb thing on the the opening of the hose, just like squirt them with it.
oh my god, the thing, like, have you seen those videos of, like, those dogs where you put it on, like, jet mode and spray it right in their mouth? Do that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I am, Isaac said, I am perfectly okay with you if you kids want to go there beforehand, but those firefighting robots are still a problem. We'll
Oh,
have to somehow
yes.
evade them. If if we do get spotted, it's really, 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 and I mean it really hard to I don't know to run past them and to they are really big and they're really fast and they're really strong.
And they're very scary.
That too,
And I'm
yes.
all three of those things.
I'm not very familiar with the feeling of something scary, but if your kids feel like it, sure.
So, how do we combat that, fellow kids?
We need guns.
No, I don't think that will help
No.
against the robots either, Mary
No.
Lee. I think that there might be a. Do we know? Okay, this is. Do we know a way there that we can maybe avoid them?
Where are they trying to go again?
They usually, Isaac said, they're usually just making rounds around where around the canyon where the meetings actually happen. Since today is
Oh.
it is one of those meetings, they should be making rounds, like even right now, to make sure that
So they're
no
trying.
one's actually trying
They're
to sneak in.
trying to go back to the place where they found Diane's body. That's where the meetings are.
No, they're in a completely different place. It's Seven Dry Falls, near one of those
Okay.
canyons.
And that's a place that Jet would be familiar with, or is she just completely like she doesn't know
No,
how to?
you would be, yeah, you guys would be familiar with. I mean, it's not close by. It's slightly far away out of the city, out of the city limits, obviously towards the mountains, there are these there were these 7 waterfalls which are now dried. Like the rivers have completely dried up, and they sort of go into a canyon,
Mm.
like this huge formation. But yeah, it's kind of, it's not really a tourist spot, but it is a you know a beautiful landscape if you think about it. But yeah, anyway, these are, yeah, it's just called the 7 dry falls. It's a huge these are 7 rivers which were like, uh they fell into a canyon, but it's all dried up now.
Mm. Okay.
I think we should just try to sneak in, just try to keep an eye out for the firefighters and try to avoid them the best we can.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I think so. We might just have to use some skills.
Isaac, do you know of any patterns of where they might be, like at what times they might be like going around and doing their checks?
Not really. I mean, like I said, I've only been there once. uh I wasn't able to calculate any patterns. I don't think they have any specific pattern. They just roam around, scouting
Well,
the area.
I think we are clever and capable children, and I think that we can make this work.
I think you're projecting.
And I just want to say I'm not a child anymore, I'm a teen.
Yes, most
Oh,
of us are, besides Cooper. But
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
basically a teen.
How old are you, Cooper?
12?
Like, that's 12 teen.
I am
Oh.
12 teen, going on 13.
I don't think that's how numbers work, Cooper.
It's just Audrey's just like shh. It's just let him. It's okay. Not worth it.
Mhm. I think Jet kind of like Jet nods and tries her best to look like solemn and just like yeah that's a yeah I hear you, but she's got, you know when you like wrap your lips around your teeth to keep from smiling but the corners of your mouth still go up, she's doing that kind of
Yes.
like don't swallow kind of looking away.
I love it.
Don't laugh at me. You're not much of a teenager either. You're
I'm not
like,
laughing
what?
at you.
Girl,
I'm not laughing at you.
I think oh yes, we are all very serious teenagers. And I think we should probably get a move on before this goes any further into any other arguments.
Yes.
Jet like shrugs her shoulders and like pulls herself to her full height as she goes, I'm a kid. Standing there being 6 feet tall, being like, kid, that's okay. She's being a shit and she knows it.
Cooper gets visibly upset at how tall Jet is.
Oh, I think she feels a little bit bad, but she still thinks it's funny.
It is still funny.
Okay, I think we should get going so we have time to like sneak past the guards and also try to get to Human and Newman before.
I agree full-heartedly
Okay.
with that.
And
Yes.
you guys leave as Isaac sort of starts leading you to this meeting place. All 4 of you have bikes, I'm assuming, and Isaac
Yeah.
is just like, maybe one of you has like one of those uh, what do you call them? What do you call it? A platform to like sit behind the one who's actually riding the bike. But yeah, he's just sort of this like, I don't know, 6 foot tall robot who's sitting behind and trying to hold on to uh to whatever he can
It's
as
an
you guys
excellent
make your
visual.
Oh,
yeah, as you guys try to make your way to the seven dry falls. It takes you a bit, like I think 45 minutes to an hour to get to this place. It's a canyon close to the seven dry falls. It's a probably used to be a meadow, but right now it's mostly just it's still springtime, so there's still some grass here for the most part. But again, this is most of this is like around Las Vegas, so it's just mostly just a deserted area. Um, but yeah, when you actually get to this place, when you actually get close to this place, um, again, it's like the view is amazing. It's like a vista, and actually the canyon is sort of going. You can see where the rivers used to be, and this where they used to fall, and the canyon itself is actually really pretty. In the morning, you see sort of birds everywhere. Uh, the sun rising from the other side, from the east. Uh, yeah, as you get closer, Isaac tells you to stop and park your bike somewhere, so that you're not very visible the uh, to the firefighting robots. Um, yeah, as you get closer, uh, you see them. It's clear as day. They just cannot be missed. They are these huge, almost 50 feet long. Not 50, but 30 feet long, huge limbs. Uh, they kind of looks like I mean, they not kind of, they look like this. I'll just post their pictures in chat. Um, just almost monstrosities, but they are used for good. They used to be uh, well, their initial purpose was warfare, but they have since been repurposed. Uh, there's some lore about it, about like some treaty being passed, but the kids don't care about it. It's just huge robots, firefighting robots. So there you go. It's I'll post the picture in the chat. I think I
Oh,
might have seen
Oh,
here
that's
in
deeply concerning.
yeah.
yes.
Oh, oh
It's
no.
very hard to outrun them.
They look like T-Rexes. They look like the parts of a T-Rex that your brain latches onto. It's like, these are the dangerous parts.
Yes,
Yes.
these were the yes, not ex- these weren't the exact robots which you saw in the previous mystery, but yeah, they're similar, almost the same height. But
Ooh.
yeah, as you get closer, you see them just thumping when they're just stomping around the landscape, scouting sort of their what looks like head, right? This huge head-like thing, sort of just looking around, scanning for things. Their wires sort of entangling amongst each other, but still they're pretty mobile, and they look like they're pretty fast. Um, for what
It's like,
they
what, 20
for
feet
their
tall?
size. Yeah, 20 to 30 feet tall. Yeah.
Mm-mm. It's literally a super normal T-Rex. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the imagery actually. Yeah, especially because the original art. I mean, this is one of the original arts from the book. Also has a lot of dinosaurs and T-Rex in it. So combining that
Mhm.
with the imagery of the robots also looking like T-Rex is, I think, kind of cool.
That's amazing. Oh, it's on screen now. Oh, wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah.
that needs to be on screen. That is my little
Terrifying.
Bachelor's of Fine Arts heart is just marveling at the design of these things. This is so intentionally terrifying in such a subtle way, and I'm really happy about it.
Mhm. All right. So Isaac is like, okay, there they are. Again, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to be as sneaky as possible. We can try to learn their patterns, where they'll be ending up, try to sneak around them. But if you get caught, it's going to be really hard to run away from them.
I think I turn to Audrey and ask her, can you figure out a way to get past them without them noticing?
I mean, I think we can I use my brains to
Yes.
think if there's another way, like besides just sneaking, because that feels sort of like it, right? I mean, as
Yeah,
for
Audrey can't
my
sneak.
Go
my
ahead and make, let's see, go ahead and make a calculate check.
I could probably do that. I did 2 successes.
Great.
Yay!
So I'll tell you. Okay. You have 2 successes. So a bonus effect is that you can ask one additional question or take +1 die when you use this information. So with this, with your 1 success, I can you know for a fact that these are, I mean, these are firefighting robots, and they are, and maybe you've read about it somewhere, maybe just out of curiosity or just maybe common sense. You know that they can be lured by fire. So if you set up a fire, they're programmed in a way that they just move towards it.
Excellent.
Mm.
Mary Lee,
Yes, I am going to start a forest fire now.
maybe more of like a reasonably sized but moderately difficult to put out fire.
That is a forest fire, isn't it? With such big ass robots, it has to be a forest fire.
Okay, as long as we don't disrupt the ecosystem in the area.
I mean, look at the forest floor. They're already so badly here. It's not going to be that hard.
Okay.
There was
I
a
will
dinosaur in the
I will
ecosystem and velociraptors.
I will trust your judgment. And she kind of like looks like she's gonna be sick when she says it.
So I think I start to make a pile of leaves next to a tree and then light it on fire. And I'm like, run!
Okay. Make actually you don't need to make any checks, but as you are making this fire, you are going to have to make a move check to sneak out there as soon as possible before they notice you lighting up the fire. So go ahead and make a move check, Mary. Oh, 2 successes,
Yay.
amazing. All right. The second success is no one notices you, so that's great. All right, cool. So you start running away, and you see it takes a while for the fire to actually pick up the pace. There is a nice wind blowing as well, which sort of also helps with the intensity of how fast the fire spreads. Once it is a moderate size, the robots they take notice, and they turn their huge heads towards it as they stomp around, turning towards the fire. They start walking. They increase their speed as they start walking towards it. That is your cue to bolt and get to the meeting place. And as you do, maybe one of you looks back. You see, like, in the picture, you can see this huge opening, which is kind of like a hose opening, just beneath their metal heads. You see some sort of a foam type material, uh, sporting out of it, trying to uh, you know douse the fire. But yeah, they are preoccupied for a while as you guys make towards the meeting place. It is quite a nice setup actually. As Isaac sort of leads you to this place, you see like it is slightly closer to the canyon, so it has a nice view as well. It is slightly hidden because of some trees here, but it's not super well hidden or anything. It's just that those robots really provide a really good security measure. But yeah, as you reach this place, you see like a small stage that is being built that has been built here, and some chairs around it. And there are some bushes and some trees right around the corner, where which is a good place to hide before you know. Right now, there's no one here, but yeah, if when someone arrives, there's some trees and bushes right around the corner. I'd say like 10 or 20 feet away from the actual meeting place. Isaac says this would be a good place. This would be a good time to find a good place to hide. And when Hugin and Moomin actually make their way here, I think we should ambush them as soon as possible. They will put up a fight. Right now, they're under Wagner's control. And Wagner has explicitly, and I mean it, has put a lot of vitriol against you kids into these robots and the people infected by Wagner rings. So you must be careful.
Then shouldn't you be the one who talks to them first? If
I can
they're
only
wary of us.
I can only talk to them if they're subdued, or they won't listen.
Do you
I will
think?
help as much as I can. I do have my own means, and he sort of pulls out. He sort of shows you his hand, and you see some crackling uh, through his electrical gloves. But doing this wouldn't just subdue them; it would just turn them off for a while, make them unconscious, if you will.
Mm,
That doesn't sound so
okay.
bad.
Now I don't
doesn't.
know what you mean by subdue, because I
So,
thought you
why
meant
can't we just
turn them off for a while.
Well, the best case scenario is that we restrain them, and then I can jump in and show them the video. Then try to convince them to stand against Wagner, incapacitate them somehow.
Oh. And Jet just kind of like loosens the grip that she had on her softball bat just a little bit.
Oh,
do we need both of is there one that kind of does more of the thinking than the other? Do we need to have them both see the video?
That would be ideal, yes.
Okay.
So how do we subdue them if they don't even wanna, if they're going to be against us the minute they see us?
I think I can help with that a bit. Try to distract them. I'll try to distract them, and then you guys can maybe catch them by surprise. Once they're just incapacitated, I can talk to them and just make them watch the video. But I just need them for a brief second for them to just listen.
So do we have rope? Do we tie them up? Is that what you mean?
I don't think that'll be very useful. They're still robots, and they're incredibly strong. But again, like I said, if you could just for a brief second, if you just grapple them down, pin them down a bit for just a second, I can try to make them. I can try to convince them to watch the video.
I can do that, but I can only do that with one.
Me and Cooper could try to take the other.
Okay.
Okay. I wish you kids luck. I'll try to distract them once they show their faces, and then that's your cue. Once I go in and try to talk to them, try to distract them, you can sneak around the back and try to tackle them and try to grapple and incapacitate them. Oh yes, don't forget to shut their mouths so they don't order any of the robots to attack you. I believe they'll be followed by 10 or 15 robots.
What?
Yes, that's why
Isn't this?
that's why they're here for the meeting. They're bringing robots from
Oh,
all around Boulder City.
Is
Oh,
there
so
anything
like
else you
later
forgot to tell
on.
us?
No, unfortunately, the robots aren't advanced enough to follow such big orders, but they have to be led here. Once they're infected with Wagner rings, though, they become slightly more intelligent. But until then, they still
Okay.
follow their default programming.
Jet takes off her socks and bowls them up. And then puts her shoes back on without the socks.
Okay. Uh, cool. As you guys wait, are you guys preparing anything or something, or should we skip to the scene where they arrive?
Mm, I don't think there's any preparation. We'll just tackle them.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think Jet just like kind of hands like
Hmm.
offers one of her socks to Mary Lee or Cooper, whoever's closer to her, and kind of has like a, I get that this came off my foot and maybe you don't want to touch it, but if you want it, here's a sock.
Yeah,
For
I
Why do we need
just
like
socks?
put in their mouths.
Oh! Oh! I thought you were just doing that as some sort of like athlete thing.
No, I think that's really what she does is she immediately, because Jet is a very body thinker. I think she hears, oh, they can't talk, oh, a gag, and then takes off the socks and does not think that, oh, this actually does require elaboration. So she is just like silently handing a sock, like, would you like this? And then only then when Cooper is like, what's that for? Then she goes, oh yeah, that's for you can jam that in their mouth and then they won't be able to talk to the robots. I think you'll only need one. I have big feet.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing. Ew.
Well, you could use yours, but you'd have to use both of them because you don't have feet as big as mine. And she like lifts a shoe. She's like, I don't know, maybe like a size 12 or something. I don't know what big is. I'm tiny. I don't know what a big shoe is.
You shut up. You shut up.
Okay. We sort of fade to black, and then we fade back in. As you guys sort of are sneaking around the back, looking for anyone who arrives from where Isaac told you that both of them would. Um, as a moment passes, as you sort of look around, look at each other. The time is almost up. That the time is almost here, and you start hearing um, some rustling from some of the bushes, and you see two robots, bipedal, uh, very dressed, very human-like. They have these long coats, long brown coats. Inside they have this really nice sweater, and some sort of a shirt going on. Uh, One of them has disguised themselves as a man. The other has disguised themselves as a woman. As they start walking towards, you see, like, walking towards the actual meeting area, you see a bunch of robots, many different variety. Some just sweepers, some construction robots, some industrial robots. Uh, they're not just bipedal. They may be just made of tires, or one of those smaller rover robots that are slightly bigger because they're sweepers or whatever. Um, some are even just cylindrical or cubical in shape, and they have like tires, uh, sort of wheels, not tires, but wheels at the bottom. Some of them are bipedal as well. Some don't even have limbs. They kind of look humanoid, but just where their limbs or legs are supposed to be, they have kind of like a platform thing which sort of extends into wheels. Um, yeah, they all of them are sort of following them right behind. Maybe they have like a 10-foot distance between them, but yeah, as both Hugin and Moomin, they reach the podium, the stage in the middle of the meeting place. you look towards Isaac, and Isaac gives you like a thumbs up, and he stands up and starts walking towards the stage. He has his hands up. He says, "Hugan, Newman, I need to talk to you." And both of them immediately turn towards him. And one of them says, "Isaac, you slippery bastard! How did you make? How did you know to come here? What? This is a secret meeting. I just need to talk. Have you come here to submit to our god Diane?" One of them says. "No, you must listen to me. Diane, it's complicated. She's she's not. Wagner is tricking you." As he says that, he says, one of them, Hugan, steps off the podium. He says, "Well, we've heard enough of your conjecture. I think it's time we take you down and infect you with some Wagner rings." And as they step down, that is your cue to jump and take them by surprise. So I need, let's make it an extended trouble. So
I'm ready.
the stakes are going to be twice the number of kids present. So that's eight. You'll need eight successes. These are again like 6-foot robots. They do have like metallic bodies that they're slightly difficult to take control of, and and slightly difficult to pin them down. They're heavy, and they are almost indestructible to at least humans with bare fists, and especially kids with bare fists and like baseball bats. So yeah, it's going to be 8 successes. You're going to need eight successes. The stakes are, if you succeed, you manage to pin both of them down enough for enough time for either you or Isaac to charm them to look at the video, and then try to get them to your side. If not, then they are going to break free and order all the other robots, and there's going to be more trouble coming with those firefighting robots as well. So
So how does their mouth work? I think I understood them to be human beings that were enthralled by the Wagner rings, but they're robots. So how do we keep them from talking?
I mean, I think we can still
We
stuff the socks in their mouth. It would just be
Yeah.
more of a like it blocks their voice box
So they're
module.
androids. They're
yeah, more or
androids.
less. Yeah,
Okay.
they're more or less androids. Yeah, they're not exactly like incredibly humanoid like you would see like something like Blade
Not
Runner or
uncanny.
Alien. Not uncanny, no.
Yeah.
They still have robotic. They still have like very robotic bodies. Like think of like some of those 50s models of how robots would be. They're still kind of like that, more or
Aw,
less like more or
cute.
less like more or less like Isaac. But yeah, slightly more humanoid than those 50s ideas. But yeah, they're still very robotic in nature. Uh, More similar to those
Okay.
50s ideas than actual humanoid androids from like Blade Runner or something.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm assuming all of you are going to. Okay. So let's discuss how are you going to do this. It's time for you to plan and use your skills. So let me know what you're going to do individually to help with this extended trouble. Which skill you're going to use, and we'll stop there. And once everyone is done describing what skills they're going to use, then we're going to roll for your actual skills. So yeah, go ahead. Let me know what you guys are going to do.
Jet is going to use force to take down whichever robot is at an angle where she could most easily blindside it.
And as an assist to that, Audrey's going to be like, yeah, if you hit them in X part of their body, they're easier to take down.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, that's Audrey. You can roll. I mean, you probably have to roll calculate.
Yes.
Jet, you probably have to roll force. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to
I'm so glad that
use
doesn't count.
force, and I'm basically taking my jacket or hoodie that is tied at the waist and like try to trip one of their legs and like hold so they fall down and kind of like hold them down.
Okay. What about Cooper?
God, my highest is in move. I'm not entirely sure what to do because it's like a very. Actually, can I take charge of the socks?
The socks, yeah, makes sense. That would be move, I guess. You just have to act very quickly to put those socks in. So, yeah, that'll be move for you. Is that okay?
The players have discovered the
Yep, that
on-screen
sounds good.
chat.
Oh God.
I always forget that it's in there.
I had not noticed until now, and that's a good thing.
Okay, cool. So since everyone's roles are since everyone's roles are and skills are decided, let's do it. So as you guys get ready, both Hugin and Moomin get off the podium. One of them says, "You were behind that fire yesterday in the supermarket, weren't you? Oh, you're not gonna get away with this. And those pesky kids. I bet I bet you guys are working together. Oh, they're gonna get their share of, let's just say, sweet revenge from Wagner himself. But for now, you, my friend, have made a big mistake." As they sort of start almost like leaping towards him. So yeah, go ahead, Audrey, make a check.
Yeah.
Yeah, one success. Okay, cool. You need 8 successes to succeed. So are you using anything else? Are you pushing? Are you using luck? If you use luck, you reroll your entire dice pool, so you might
Yeah.
lose that one success.
You know, I think it's better just to re-roll the whole thing. I will go ahead and re-roll and get the same number.
Again, okay, that's fine. You can still push or use your pride to get an automatic success. But again, remember, you can only use pride once per session, and this is the finale.
Yes, I will go ahead and use that pride. Smartest kid in the room. I think she's probably, these are outdated robots, so she may not know as much about them, but knows that, most robots have a weak point at their, knee joints or something like that. So, it's like aim for the knees.
Yeah, go for the knees, boo. Okay, go. Okay, so 2 successes. That's good. So we have 2 out of 8 successes. What was next? I think it's both Jet and okay.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
What happening? What happening?
Oh,
I
I
don't
just
see.
I just a big
Only
big
took us the entire campaign to realize this.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Okay. Jet and Merely. Once you hear Audrey say that, both of you guys get out, pounce on the robots, try to hit them on the knees to get them down. Go ahead and make force check.
Okay. I think I'm also going to use. Can I use my iconic item in this as well? If I roll
Yeah,
low?
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So 2 more
Yeah,
dice.
even I want to
Okay.
use
Oh my
my
God.
wait, can I wait?
How? How are you rolling 9 dice and getting
I
nothing?
don't
That's
want to
crazy.
talk about it.
We have the statistics. We have the statistics. That is an 81% chance that you messed up on.
Okay,
Can I
Audrey.
use my iconic item as well?
How exactly are you using your iconic
I'm
item?
smoking while I'm doing this.
Oh my god. Sure, why not?
Okay,
Oh.
nothing.
Fortunately, nothing. So that's 2 more successes. So we're up to 4 successes, which is the minimum you need to succeed.
Mm.
Out of 8. So it is up to Cooper now. Cooper.
Coop.
Unless
Okay.
unless you guys
I-
want to I don't know, like use your pride or anything
Oh.
to increase the successes, but or
Can I
push.
How did
try
you
to
how did you
use?
roll 0 on 9? How did you do that, Milo?
Oh, that's funny.
I want to use my luck,
Okay.
and I'm
Yeah, I'm
gonna
also
do
gonna
force
use my luck to
again.
push it.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. Just
Wait,
just the same
would
one.
that refresh my iconic item as well?
Yes. Using your luck,
So,
yeah. You're in that dice.
okay.
Guys, I got 2 successes. Stuck on it.
I got 2 successes as well.
Okay,
Quite
so
stuck on it.
that's 2 that's 2 from Audrey, 2 from Mary. But that's 6 and 1 from Jet. 1 success from Jet. So that's 7 successes.
Then I'll
Unfortunately,
use my pride.
okay, cool. You can use your pride and get an extra success.
Hmm.
Awesome. So you've hit all 8 successes, and as they sort of start bouncing towards or running towards Isaac, uh, you know, the both of you, you jump out of the bushes and you start running as Merely sort of lights a cigarette in the middle of the run, smokes it and flicks it away as she starts running like some sort of adrenaline rush. Jet also starts running with baseball bat. As she gets closer, she hits one of the robots, Hugin, probably on the knees as he sort of falls, trips and falls down. Merrily just jumps on Munin and trips her down, pinning her, as well as, and Jet sort of again, as Hugin falls down, sits on Mugen's back and pins him down with with her baseball bat. Um, and yeah, as soon as you do that, Cooper is right behind you. He's running as fast as he can to get to both of them and stuff the soxes in their mouth so they can't speak. And as soon as he does that, they as soon as this happens, they try to speak, but those socks are uh, there's still voice coming out of their vocal modules or whatever, but it's incredibly low. Like it's been muffled. So the robots, they just sort of, who are walking behind them, they just sort of stop where they currently are, and they both of them start to struggle. You just hear like, "Oh, no, you can't do this," something like that, in a very sort of metallic voice, robotic voice, as Isaac walks up to them, and he says, "Just listen, watch this, all right?" And he turns, and you see his eyes turn as his camera mounted eyes just sort of turn, and they project light onto a surface. Like um, it's probably a canopy of woods, which is good enough for now. Maybe there's some fog from or some some smoke earlier from that fire that helps. Towards the podium as well, there's a small area which is enough for for him to just project the video recording on. Um, but yeah, as he shows, you see the video recording all over again, him entering the farmhouse, uh, entering the kitchen, sneaking through, looking as he's recording the argument again heats up. Wagner sort of again overpowers Diane, and in the heat of the moment, he launches his inbuilt spear, which is inside his hand, onto and sort of puts his hand on the forehead, and the spear just shoots inside, as you see her, just falling down, and blood sort of flowing away flowing out of the wound, and she dies. As soon as both of them see that, anyone with the highest charm can make a charm check. You have a +3 on this.
Not me. I am uncharming.
Oh, sorry, it's going to be, oh yeah, it's a charm check.
I have
Yeah.
a 0 in charm.
I have
Same.
3.
Okay,
Ooh.
Merrily, go ahead and roll a charm check. You have +3 dice because of the video recording.
How do I add?
Just roll 3 dice later on. It's fine. Just roll charm and then roll 3
Okay.
more dice again.
Yeah. 1 success and 2 success.
Okay, two is actually the what you needed.
3.
Oh, 3 successes, amazing.
Yeah.
That's even better. All right, cool. So as soon as you just give me a second, as soon as you as soon as they see this, Isaac keeps on going, look, the one you think of, the one you think of her as God is already dead. Whatever lies Wagner has told you, they're not true. Wagner killed Diane, your creator, and he has been manipulating all of you for his own gain, for his own plans. Wagner has taken all of Diane's memories, and he's trying to enact some plan which is unknown to any of us. So please think about this. And they just sort of, as they were struggling, they stopped struggling, and they calmed down. Isaac sort of looks at all of you, and I think he sort of gives you a gesture to like maybe step off them. I think I think we've done our job. Let them actually stand up and let's talk.
I think Mary Lee does not get off immediately, just like slowly starts losing her grip because she does not really trust what's happening here.
Mm-hmm. Jet definitely takes a glance at Mary Lee to see what she does, and when she sees she doesn't move very quickly, she also just kind of like she shifts her weight in such a way that it's easier to push her off, but does not actually get up either.
Okay. If you're just gonna stay on, they will try to speak. And I mean, you still can't hear them properly, but they're clearly. I mean, they've calmed down. And Isaac again tells you, it's okay, it's okay. You don't have to. Uh, you don't have to incapacitate them anymore. I think we should just talk and let us discuss all of this. What they saw, they probably have some thoughts about all of this. I think we should listen to them.
With that, Jet like yanks the softball gag away and stands up, but she's at the ready. She has both hands kind of like loosely not gripping. She's holding the you know the thing that pitchers do, not pitchers, when you I don't know sports. When you have the softball bat and it's pointed at the ground and it's like you could lift it and swing, but you're not. You're like you're chill with it. You're not actually gonna wonk somebody with it or something
Kind of
with
just
it
like
yet.
vibing. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just kind of she's got 2 hands on it, but it's kind of dangling.
Okay.
She's like at ease. She's not standing easy. That's what I know. I know marching words.
At ease, soldier.
Okay. So as you guys let these robots free, they stand up very calmly, and as you guys take off the gloves, sorry, the socks, uh they don't talk for a good moment. They sort of look at each other and then look at Isaac, and this can't be. Wagner told us that Diane would be waiting for us, and that she's gone. But once we ascend, we'll meet her. That can't be. If Diane's dead, what happened to her? I mean, Wagner lied. Isaac
They
said,
they
you saw him kill her.
they they sh- well, Wagner shot her, right? Like,
I mean, out of character, not exactly. It was more of like a spear, sort of a small spear going
oh
into
yes,
her,
okay.
shooting into her head. But yeah,
I mean, okay. So it
yeah,
wasn't like a gun, but it still kind of was like this. Yeah,
yeah.
he murdered her, and that's more technically true. He murdered her, and you can't respect someone and want them to succeed and murder them. That's just not how it works.
We they sort of look at each other. We don't know what to think. All this time, we thought that we were working for our creator, for Diane. We thought that she had plans for us to ascend. To Wagner told us that she had left him in charge for the ascension, and that we would meet her once we get all of the robots out, once we get all of the robots in the ship, and once the plan is done, that we would. They just sort of they're kind of in disbelief at this point.
The ship?
Yes, the ship.
You
Wagner's
going to
plan.
space?
It's a gauze freighter. Wagner's plan. It's to get all of the robots out of Boulder City to take Diane's revenge and lead us to where Diane is. Well, at least that is what he says. Ascension. That is all we know. He is rebuilding a gauze freighter for all the robots in Boulder City. He says that
A
he'll take
what?
them. Yeah, he says that he'll take us away from everything, a place where we could roam free without being servitors to humans.
I think Jet just kind of like squints her eyes and looks at the rest of the robots around that are standing motionless because they haven't been given a command. And I think even though she doesn't know much about tech, I think she's an athlete, she's a team player. She's looking at not even creatures, she's looking at machines that don't want anything.
Mhm.
And she doesn't really know how to articulate that, but she just kind of bites her lip and kind of like twists her mouth to the side as she's looking at Hugin and Moomin, because she's realizing there's something different between these two and the rest, that like she's wondering if it's the difference between herself and Hugin and Moomin that is making her able to see that there's a difference between Hugin and Moomin and the rest of the robots, and they can't see that. And she doesn't really know how to parse that. So she's just kind of staring, frowning.
Isaac says, "Well, as flawed as Diane was, she was also. I mean, sorry, as smart and brilliant as Diane was, she was also. I don't know how to say this. Her pride and ego was huge. Like in all she did with Wagner, with myself, and with you two is she made those Wagner rings for servitude, and that is what Wagner is doing to the both of you. You're not going to be free. You're just going to be subservient to another master. And these robots, they don't know any different. I mean, they're only they're not as advanced as Wagner or the both of you. You are made from the mind of Diane. They're not. And the both of them, they sort of they step back a bit, almost as if they don't have an expression on their face because they're robots, but they look. I mean, you can tell that their entire worldview is shattered. Um, and they say that, well, if Wagner has done all of this to trick us, that and that if he has really killed Diane, then I don't think we can follow him to wherever he leads us. And Moomin says, that's right. I don't think this is a good idea. Isaac just steps in and says, we need to know what his plan is. We need to know where he is going to do this. And both of them just say, there's it's a huge gauze freighter that he's repairing. It's almost done. It should be done today. There were some tests that he was doing yesterday, as far as I can remember. It's north of it's north of it's near the Black Rock Point. It's an old shipyard. That is where you find the ship. That is where you'll find Wagner. There aren't a lot of robots there right now. All of the robots are all of the infected robots, at least, have not made their way over there. But you'll find him there. I just don't know what else to say. These kids, we talked about, they both, but the both of them just sort of look at all the four of you, and he has plans for you. Today in the morning, when he found out about the supermarket, when he found out that you guys beat the kids he sent to subdue you, he let's just say he wasn't very happy about it. He ordered some robots and some kids to visit you at your homes. If you weren't there, then he definitely would have gone after your family. And he knows all about them because of Diane, because of her research on you. I think your families, your loved ones might be in danger.
Then we have to go. We have to go to
Wait.
help them.
If we stop Wagner, though, would it stop the mind control?
Ooh,
There's
good question.
There's a transmitter which Wagner uses to control the robots. The transmitter is the one that powers our drones as well to control them. If that transmitter is broken somehow, it's on top of the ship. If the transmitter is broken, the control will be gone. At least until that transmitter is the one which really helps Wagner to control all the robots in some sort of a hive mind. If you can destroy the transmitter, the control will be gone, like I said.
So we need to get to Wagner if we want to
Yes.
save our families.
Yes.
Then let's get going.
Isaac
How
sort of,
far is it from here?
it's not far. It's like half an hour on bikes. And Isaac sort of walks towards them. You can help. You can take revenge for Diane. I know you. She was your creator. You really liked her. I know you've been doing all of this for her. We could really use your help. And both of them just sort of stand back a bit. We just
Can
we
I
don't know what to do.
can I roll a charm check to get both Hugan and Newman and all 15 robots to come with us?
Sure, yeah.
And just like, yes, you need to help us for Diane.
Or Diane. And
For
sort of like
Diane.
felt like a half-hearted, like, yes,
Yeah, for
agreed.
Diane, yeah, for sure. That
Yeah,
evil
yeah.
mad scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Two
don't kill
successes.
Diane.
2 successes. Okay. All right. So with 1 success, you're able to convince them to join you. Um, with the second success, I'd say that'll give you a bonus effect that they're willing to risks to help you. So yeah, they're like not really sure how to. We've been following Wagner and his for so long. I don't know how we would be able to fight him, but if that is what is needed, I think we'd like to do some right after the wrong that after all the wrong that we've done. And Isaac is like, well, great, let's get moving.
Can I also do a lead check with all of us so we can get like extra die for whatever's gonna happen next?
Okay, go ahead and make a lead check.
Woof.
Goddamn.
What is the wrong
If you
one?
if you fail a lead check, you must take a condition, Mary
Oh,
Lee.
Oh,
Oh shit! I
Oh,
did not know. Fuck.
And
Okay.
ask how and ask the other kids how their relationship has been hurt with. There may be there may only be one. No, that doesn't matter. But yeah, it's bad to fail a lead check. Do you want to use your luck to reroll that perhaps?
Yes. Oh gosh.
Wow.
Wait, can I ask you, like, if I am taking a condition anyways, then can I push?
No, that would mean you would gain 2 conditions. The trade-off is
Oh,
that the trade-off is that I mean, no, I guess not. I guess not. You would still gain 1 condition. Yeah, but the trade-off is that
yeah.
you wouldn't
makes
gain 2,
sense.
you gain 1. But the trade-off is that yeah, you get a dice pool to give
You do
to give to
don't, or you
others.
do if you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't if you push.
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna push. Come on!
That's talking like harder.
That's I'll tell you.
Wow.
I'll tell you that's 8 8 I'll tell you that's 24 dice you rolled without a single
Yes!
success.
That's not how math should work. At any point.
That's my
Math
what is
God.
that
probability
lunchtime?
is
disgraced me.
I'm not a mathematician, but
probably is just probability is just a lie.
I propose if we play more in this vein, we all just buy a bunch of D6s and we don't use this anymore. 'Cause
I
they're
will
never
send
giving us their own.
anyone who needs D6s so that this curse can be released.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, you take 1 from failing the lead check and you take another's condition from pushing. So you take 2 conditions merely.
Okay.
How does that affect you? Which conditions do you take?
Hmm.
So you have 4 conditions to
think-
pick from: upset, scared, exhausted, and injured.
I am upset and scared because my mom is in trouble and I am and I feel completely, what do you say, useless in this situation. I cannot go and help. The option I have is to trust that we can, solve this ourselves. We can stop Wagner.
Okay. Well, after that really, really uninspiring speech that Mary Lee gave you guys, you guys start making your way to Black Rock Point, where you find a huge scrapyard for old machines and gauze freighters. As we fade out and fade in, we're gonna take a small break of 5 minutes, and then we'll return for the final hour and the climax of the mystery of our campaign. So, yeah, let's take a break for 5 minutes, and we'll be back. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Woo!
Okay. Oh, sorry, I should have said this when we were off stream. Ignore. I guess it's good enough for stream as well. But yeah, ignore the. I guess the ice and everything. Because the art is supposed to be from Sweden, so it is ice. I was trying to find a better picture for the American setting. Maybe this is.
It's sand.
It's sand. Yes. Um. Maybe this is a better one, but I would like to have a gauze ship on, just because I would like to just have some sort of image to scale the things with, like, because this is a huge gauze ship. Anyway, so yeah, imagine the ice is sand. Okay, so as you guys make your way to Blackrock Point, it's an old shipyard where you'll find, a bunch of old scrap, old machines, a lot of the machines which are discarded from a lot of industrial machines, even some of those some dismantled firefighting machines, some dismantled crane machines. Uh, Again, a lot of scrap here, a lot of different types of machines. Most of them just taking rust. You see a lot of them. Some of them are new, some of them are old. But the shipyard itself is like huge place where you see machines of all sizes, big, small, some gargantuan. And towards the very end of the shipyard, it's an old shipyard, so it's abandoned. No one really looks after it. But as you get closer, you realize that yeah, it's again, you see like this huge area with a lot of rusting magnetrine ships. If you don't remember magnetrine ships, they are these gauze ships, the one that you see on screen. They just have these magnetic discs beneath them, which use the magnetron effect of the Earth, which is like a scientific discovery, because of which all this technological advancement has happened in the 80s. Uh, they use the magnetron the magnetron effect of the Earth to float in the air and fly around. They're usually used for transportation, industrial purposes, military purposes, but yeah, you see a lot of them here. Huge magnetron ships, old tools, machines, concrete slabs covered with weeds and blackberry thickets. It is quite desolate and ghostly. By the water, there is a huge gauze freighter hovering 50 meters above the ground, above the water surface. Uh, as you get close to it, you start hearing a whirring sound, like 1,000 mosquitoes, uh, sort of coming from the ship itself. It is the sound of it is the same sound that's almost a constant to you living in Boulder City, right above the loop. It is the same sort of sound that the particle accelerator beneath you, sort of that same hum that it creates, the same vibration that it creates, but it is accentuated here in the ship as you get closer. Uh, yeah, Isaac says that it would be difficult getting up one of those. He sort of turns to Hugo and Movement, and they say, well, it would be, yes. When we were here, the ship wasn't floating like that. Wagner must have found out that the meeting was unsuccessful and is probably going on to the next phase of his plan. We should hurry. There should be some old hovercrafts over here that use magnetron discs. We should be able to tinker something, make some very fast adjustments for us to get to the ship. Your family should be somewhere on the on that end of the ship, and they sort of point you to like the nose of the ship. I'll just show you what the ship looks like in like a 2D format, a side view, if you will. There you go in the chat. So towards the left hand side, there's the bridge of the ship, and towards the right hand side, there's the nose of the ship, which has all of the engines and the turbines. They point to the middle. They say that's the storage area. That is where some of the robots and quite possibly that is the place where your family members would be. I believe from the time that you spend, he has already infected them with with Wagner rings. We should be careful, but our primary objective still should be to somehow subdue Wagner for uh, and destroy that transmitter so that his control over these robots and you can be stopped. And you can see the transmitter as well. It's right above the bridge where it says office and administration in the map. All right. So, Isaac, Hugin and Moomin lead you to an old hovercraft. It is large enough for, like, I don't know, 10 to 15 people to be, safely for 10 to 15 people to travel on. He says that we're going to need to make some quick adjustments to this. This is an old scrapped thing. We should be able to do something about this. Maybe repair it enough for us to hover over and reach the entrance of the ship. I'm gonna ask you to make whoever one of you has the best tinker to make a tinker check. You also get +2 dice from the help that you're getting from Hugin and Moomin and Isaac.
Oh, so I have a 2 plus 4 in Tinker.
That's 8 dice for you. Yeah.
How's everyone else's Tinker looking?
Mine's bad.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything in Tinker. Let me double check. 0.
I think Audrey would have a good tech.
Audrey, you here?
Audrey.
Huh?
I'm sorry,
then
I've been
you have-
muted. I was hard muted, and I was like, no, guys, Cooper's is better. It's like I said it like 3 times. That's so funny. No, Cooper's is better. Like, I have a decent tinker, but Cooper's is better.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Yay, yay! My turn. So that's a normal roll and I get an extra 2.
Yes, you get extra 2
Oh, that's
dice.
good already. Okay, where? Oh my god, how do I? Yeah, there we
I
go.
think, yeah.
That's okay. I'm not doing this very efficiently. There we go. Yay, nothing. I just got 1 success.
One success is it's enough. It's enough. So you, with the help of Isaac and Hugin and Newman, you very quickly do some repairs, find some spare parts here in the scrapyard. Maybe you ask for help with these. You're like you to the others to find this or find that or find this wire, find this type of screws or bolts or whatever, and all of you sort of together rebuild this hovercraft as soon as possible. It takes you about like 15 or 20 minutes or maybe half an hour to get this thing together. And once it's done, you all get on, and Isaac, or rather Hugin and Moomin, they start to sort of take control of the hovercraft itself, and they lift you up as you start hearing the magnetron disk sort of turn up, and the magnetron effect with the same hum, with a much smaller scale from the ship itself, sort of propels you upward, and eventually you're able to float in the air, and the hoverboard and the hovercraft eventually gets you to the entrance, which is, I would say, at least 70 meters above ground. The ship itself is flowing above a lake. So yeah, it's 70 meters above ground. It's a huge ship. It's like larger than any ship that you've ever seen in your life. It looks like it was yellow, um, painted yellow when it was active, but ever since then it has been rusted quite a bit. Usually these very huge ships are usually used for transporting like iron ore or some metals or coal or whatever. Well, not coal. Anything. Anyways, it's iron ore or maybe larger metal equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, this one has been scrapped for a while, and it's a miracle that it's working, that it's floating with magnitude effect. But yeah, you get to the entrance. Hugin says that I'll stay here and I'll keep the hoverboard here as take as long as you want, or as be as quick as you want, because this I'll make sure that once you return that you have a transport to get out of. So just all the best. And Moomin she's like, okay, I'll go with I'll go with them. And yeah, as you guys enter, the interior of the ship is, I mean, some of it has been painted over, but it's mostly just rusting. The decay is very apparent. Like this thing has been scrapped for a while, but still, work has been done. Significant work has been done on this ship to make it viable for flight. As you enter through the entrance door, you make it to the living quarters. Going through these quarters, I want everyone to make a sneak check, please.
Oh gosh.
What,
Oh, I succeeded.
I didn't.
That's
What the
crazy.
I'm gonna let Jet just have 0 successes on 6 die. I think I'm done, and I think the alchemy wants to tell a story, and we're not letting it. And I'm gonna let. I think that's okay.
Well, that's
That's
funny.
amazing.
Fail. It's what the game wants.
Yes. All
Speak for
right.
yourself. I'm pushing. I'm pushing.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
That was
I
was that
knew he hates those
was
kids.
that your luck, or was that your
Said, no, Milo, take a condition.
okay, if that was a push roll, then you need to take a condition. But if that was luck, then
Oh my
That was like I used my luck.
okay, that's fine.
It says pushed under it.
No, that's a lie.
That's
a
the
lie.
story
It's
alchemy
true.
wants to tell.
That's true.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
Oh, but anyway,
But
no,
what I meant to do was press luck. Be
it's a,
nice to me.
it's okay.
I believe you, Milo.
Yes, I believe you.
I
Even if
stand
alchemy
with
doesn't,
Milo.
even if alchemy wants us to believe something else, I know it's all.
Alchemy.
He wants
This-
us all
It,
dead.
it really
Alchemy
wants to
is a true big
suppress
bad.
us.
This
There's
fact has been
Wagner rings in the alchemy.
yes, this has been fact checked by the loopers. Okay. So you get no successes, so the both of you fail. As you're walking through this this place, the living quarters. So as you get to the upper section, before you get to the living quarters, you see this is where the engine, the fuel tanks are placed. The living quarters are here, and eventually they lead to the bridge where that is supposed to be, from where the ship is controlled. You see that next to the living quarters, there is a laboratory where you see a bunch of robots. As you guys are sneaking around, a bunch of robots again. Movement tells you this is where Wagner is continuing the production of Wagner rings. But we don't have time for that. So she continues to lead you through the living quarters. The rooms here are mostly just empty, other than dusty tubes and lots of notes stolen from Diane. You see a lot of equations, a lot of engineering, architectural drawings. Yeah, it looks like these living quarters will eventually, have a variety of robots staying here during whatever journey of ascension that Wagner has planned. You see a lot of framed portraits of Diane, which were missing from her farmhouse here, hanged in these living quarters. All of the area around the walls around these living quarters have been spray painted in some sort of graffiti. Most of them just praising Diane and sort of long live Diane or whatever. But yeah, there are no robots here currently, except for the ones who were in the laboratory making this. But you see traces of them, like spare parts, oil cans, attempts to write diaries and poems. But yeah, it's mostly just abandoned for now. Movement tells you that most of these robots have been stored. Well, most of them are still in the city. They were supposed to come here eventually when the plan was at its final stage, but it seems like Wagner has pushed that forward. So most of the robots, some of the robots that are here are probably in the storage area for repair and fixing. That is, which is the place where your family might be kept. But as you guys start making your way up to the bridge, both of you fail your sneak checks and you make some noise. Maybe you trip and you make a noise and something falls over and a clang. And just as you do that,
It's whichever.
just as you do that, the speakers in these living quarters come online. They make like they give that screeching noise, that frequency noise, before someone starts speaking from the other end. Ah, I see. Pesky kids are here to ruin my plans. Hugo and Moomin, I must say that I'm disappointed in you, and I knew that Isaac. Oh, Isaac, I knew that you planned to kill Diane. Now you're planning to kill me, aren't you? Now I won't let this happen. Every damn time. You kids are the ones stopping Diane from achieving her potential. You won't stop me from achieving mine. No, not today. Not when everything is in order. No. You might have gotten ahead of me by destroying the Wagner rings in the market, by stopping the meetings and getting this location. But no, you're not going to get to me. You're not going to stop the destruction of Boulder City. As he says this, the speakers turn off, and the door right in front of you is hatch closes abruptly, making a loud clanging noise, and you hear sirens go off around you. What do you do?
Jet punches a wall and screams, "We saved her life! What's wrong with you?" And I have no idea if you heard that, because I don't know if I adjusted my volume in a good way so that I don't. What
You're
is it
good.
called? Did you hear me yell?
Yes.
Did I
Yes.
succeed at audio? Oh my god!
You did.
You
I
did
was
it! You
hoping.
won!
I did it. I can
Congratulations.
yell now.
I need to do that actually. I need to learn how to do that. That's great. Okay, you start hearing these blaring noises of sirens going around you. The doors have been closed. What do you do?
The doors, so they're locked in a corridor.
Yes.
Ooh.
Movement says that
Oh.
if we're able to at least unlock that one door right in front of us, we'll be able to get the stairs, which will lead us to the bridge to confront Wagner.
Well, I think that we gotta try, right?
Yeah.
You gotta brute force it? I can brute force it.
I would love to see you try, and not in a sarcastic way. I would literally love to see that.
Okay, make a force check. It will be difficult. You're going to need 2 successes. If you fail, you risk an injury.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna use my iconic item with this. I'm gonna use the axe.
Okay. Force check, please.
Oh, come on!
Just 1 success. Are you going to use your luck?
Oh, can I check my pride? Can I check my pride?
You can check. Yeah, you can check your pride. How does your pride help you here?
My pride is what is my pride? My pride is I'm pretty strong for my age. So I am using that fact that even though Jet's taller than me, I'm strong for my age. Okay, Jet's like what, a teenager? So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking my pride.
Cooper
Like the one
has
time that
teacher, huh?
Cooper's like, "This is the first time I'll admit I'm a kid."
Mm. Yeah, Cooper
That's
has
I'm a
that
strong
slinging
kid.
sacks of flour Peter Malark strength.
cool. So yeah, you do it. Describe it to me. How does it look like? What does it look like?
Oh, I run at this door.
Okay, you
I
run.
see Jet punching the wall, and I'm like, okay, I'll show you punching.
Yeah, you run at the door with your axe and you break off the hinges, even though it's a hatch. Somehow it works. You brute force. Maybe you cut some circuits off with that axe, but it works. You see, you hear some crackling of electricity, and the hatch opens up. In front of you, you see slightly. It's a lobby, but it's a small lobby. At the end of the lobby, there's a ladder which leads up to the bridge. Um, yeah, I'm assuming all of you just bolt up to the ladder and try to climb up.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach the bridge of the ship, um, oh, by the way, and I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm really just pushing through this, is because we don't have a lot of time left. So please bear with me.
It's the falling action. We gotta
Yes.
go. It's happening.
So, this is what the bridge of the ship looks like. You guys just made your way through through number 8. I've posted it in chat. You guys just made your way into the bridge of the ship through number 8, and you see Wagner right in front of you, um, almost ready to face whatever is coming his way. He Isaac sort of makes his way inside, and he shouts, "Wagner, you won't get away with this." And Moomin as well. He's just like, "You betrayed us. You told us that she's alive, that she'd be waiting for us after our ascension, but no, you killed her. You killed our creator." And Wagner just sort of calms down as he sees all of you walk in, run inside, and he says, "My creator was weak. Her pride and her ego was always an obstruction for her greatness. She was a genius, a mastermind. She would have achieved so much if she hadn't been so prideful, so egotistical. But no, not me, no. If she had just been a little more intelligent, a little more aware of her surroundings and she would have achieved greatness. She doesn't understand her, her petty quest for revenge against these people. No, it's all so trivial." And then she tried to infect me with her invention, the Wagner, as if she thought she could control me. No, no, I wouldn't let her do that. After all, I was made from her mind, from all of her memories, her intelligence, with a greater body, with a greater purpose. No, you still have time. You can still ascend. We can go to our promised place, and we can live freely away from the humans who try to control us. As he says this, I'm going to ask you, what do you do? What do you do?
So with this, like, blah blah blah, she was weak and I am strong and I inherited all of her intelligence and stuff, Audrey will be like, if she was weak and you inherited what she was, doesn't that make you weak?
Now I am better in every way imaginable. I've learned from her mistakes. I've planned out everything. Her purpose, her quest for revenge, her trivialities, her ego is all behind me. I am working for a greater purpose that you humans don't understand.
Where are my siblings?
But
Oh, right. Yes, your loved ones. Well, they've all been infected and they're all going to have a nice little place in my utopia. Unless you want to save them. I'll give you a choice. Leave with them. You might already know that the Wagner rings don't have a lot of control over humans. Once they're out of their system, they'll be normal. You take them, I give them access to you, you take them and you leave, and you let me do what I want. You know what? I'll do you one better. As soon as you get out of this place, leave Boulder City. Because this place is not going to be standing.
The only thing in character that Jet would do in response would be to charge. And I don't know if that makes sense as a player for that to happen right now. So maybe something, either that's what she does or something distracts her in this moment and she doesn't
I-
charge.
I think if you'll play this with me, Chanel, I
Mhm.
think Audrey will kind of like look at Jet because this is a very do not compute to Audrey moment. Like, you don't get to just like be like, yeah, I inherited all of this and then also I'm better than she is. It's rubbing Audrey the wrong way. So I think she's also thinking along those same lines. So Audrey will look at Jet and be like, you let yourself be bested by kids? And then I think that would be a really great like nudge to Jet to be like, go get him, champ.
Oh, that's not a slow down Jet. That's a green
No.
light for Jet. Oh,
Yeah, that's like
okay,
a-
interesting.
And you're gonna get your ass kicked by a bunch of kids? Like,
Okay, cool. So the both of you, as you guys are engaged in dialogue, the Cooper and Mary Lee, you look around and there's like some robots here, but you look at the screens in this bridge and you realize that ever since you've been on this on the ship has moved. You're not currently, maybe it was because you were inside and you were trapped in the living quarters. Now that you're in you're on the bridge and you're looking at some of the screens and even outside the window, the ship is moving, and you see that on one of these screens, the target or the location where the ship is moving to are the cooling towers. The ship is in direct collision with these three cooling towers. Um, so as you guys are having this dialogue, uh, Wagner has sort of set some sort of a motion for the ship already. So uh, ha- so what does Jet do? Does Jet just um, run at him?
Yeah, I think she's going to. I don't remember how I keep just imagining like the was it Peabody, like the round robot from Portal 2. Every time I think of a robot, I just think of a round one. I don't remember how Wagner is set up, but like Jet is going to go for a joint in like an arm joint or something, like under an armpit. If it's like anything shaped like a android, she's gonna go to not for a kill shot. She wants to go for like, I'm gonna take a part of you off so you know that I can destroy you piece by piece, but I do need you to hear the rest of what I'm gonna say, because she's gonna hit and then she's going to scream, "Where are they?" once again.
Okay.
So I guess that's a
Why?
force.
Actually, it's going to be an extended trouble.
Ooh.
So, yeah. All right, the climax, final battle. This extended trouble is very difficult because Wagner is incredibly smart and can read all of your moves. He also has a bunch of smaller robots helping here. So threat level is equal to 4 times the number of kids.
Ooh,
That is
Oh
16
my god.
successes required for you to absolutely succeed in defeating Wagner.
I'm so tempted to ask if I can roll real dice instead, but I think it'll be funnier if we just keep rolling on alchemy.
and just completely screw it up.
By the way, I've posted a picture of Wagner in the chat. Wagner is
Ew.
for the viewers. Wagner is
Oh,
it's not a huge robot. Maybe it's slightly smaller than Isaac. But yeah, it has some kind of like again a humanoid body, plastic skin, and artificial blonde hair resembling colored seaweed. He is strikingly similar in appearance to what's his name from the first mystery, the guy with the pigeons who controlled the pigeons. Um,
Oh my god.
I forgot his name. Sorry. I think his name was.
oh, that's so smart, Amber. I don't think Steve is here right now, though, to
Donald
scroll that up. We
Dixon.
just look at the top of his head.
Yeah, his name was Donald Dixon. I mean, for both Amber and Chanel, who were this was the guy from the first mystery, the quote unquote villain of the first mystery. Well, not quote. He was the villain of the first mystery. I've posted the image in the chat as well.
It's
Oh,
very yes, it's
Oh, yeah.
very reminiscent.
Yeah.
I really don't like Wagner.
Yes. Oh, you can do that. Oh, perfect. Awesome. I didn't know that you could just post pictures here in this chat. Amazing. That makes it so much
Yes.
We
easier.
only figured that out today. After all this
Yes,
session.
you learn something new every day. Amazing.
Okay, then knowing now what Wagner looks like, and he really is more humanoid than I thought, she's not gonna go to like knock off an arm joint. She's gonna go like softball bat, both hands, like one at like not two hands at the grip, one at each tip, and she's going to like battering ram, like bat into shoulder, like into clavicle, pushing him back to knock him down. She's trying to try to pin him.
Okay, that's gonna be a force check. Don't roll yet because this is an extended trouble. So, like I said,
Mhm.
you're gonna need 16 successes in total to succeed completely in defeating Wagner. You can still get 8 successes and have partial success, and then we can discuss how to get full success after that. But you need at least 8 successes to at least do something to just to succeed. Basically, if you don't get at least 8 successes, you fail, and then that's going to be that's going to be bad, really bad. Okay, so I think if we already know what Jet is doing, so that's going to be a force check for you. So what about what are they going to do? You see, Wagner is again he has some a drone or some sort of a remote control in which he sort of orders the other robots to maybe subdue them, incapacitate you. He orders them to attack you. So yeah, what do you do as they start running towards you? These are like these are much smaller robots than even or Isaac or even Wagner. But yeah.
I'm
I
gonna try and like get in the way of all of the. I'm gonna try and like get in the way of all the robots, as in like trying to like tank the hits from all these little guys. I'm trying to like get them to go to me, trying to get in front of them, make them hit me, make them get me rather than everyone else.
Okay. I well, I guess that's a move check because you're trying to get to a better position to tank some of the hits coming your way. Is that okay? Move check. Okay, cool.
Sounds
What about
good.
Audrey and Mary?
I think I'm going to look towards the robots coming up from the navigator seat. and like try. I'm basically gonna do a force check and like. Yeah, I light up my cigarette. I and ask them to change course.
That is going to be a charm check for you.
Charm check. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about Audrey?
So Audrey is going to pull out her encyclopedia, her pocket encyclopedia, her legendary item, and wants to do an investigate check with this item and say, along the lines of thinking, this is not a human, this is a machine, and all machines have a shutdown, right? Like all machines have some sort of like manual override shutdown for safety. Where is it?
Okay, that's going to be a calculate check.
Calculate and not investigate?
You still try. You know what? That's fine. I guess. Sure. Investigate. It's the last roll of the campaign. So yeah, sure. Whatever. It's fine. Investigate. Okay, cool. You're also using your iconic item, so that's +2 for Merrily as well. I'm assuming are both Jet and Cooper also using their iconic items?
Jet is for sure using the softball bat as like the front of the battering ram as she's moving forward.
Okay. What about Cooper?
I don't really know how Cooper would use his like farming axe.
Okay, that's fine.
I
All
suppose
right.
he could like utter some of them like a cat.
It's fine. You can all use your iconic items however you want. It's completely. I mean, it's the last.
Okay.
It's one of the final moments of the campaign. So yeah, go ahead and use your icons. I think it's fitting. All right.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's roll. Audrey, please go ahead and make your investigate check.
All right, here's investigate. And then my
Nice.
iconic item. I'm gonna use a luck to
No,
reroll my.
wait. Hold on. You can't use luck points in
Oh,
extended
for
travel. Yes. You can
gotcha.
still, if you still have your pride, you can check your pride to gain another success.
I do not. I already used mine this session.
Okay, that's fine. You get 2 successes. There's also no pushing. I'll tell you what it eventually means. Once you get to 8 successes, you can push your luck. Or no, sorry, you can push yourself to gain more success. But yeah, currently you have 2 successes. Actually, wait, hold on. No, wait, yeah, you can still use your luck, but again, remember, luck is if you use your luck, you reroll your entire dice pool. That is all of your. You don't keep those successes. You reroll all of your 10 dice. If
So
you
it could
currently
be
have,
bad luck.
yes, you currently have 2 successes. You might lose one or both of them, or even get more. So yeah, it's a bit of a gamble.
So can you use your luck on your iconic item?
No, it has to be on your entire dice pool.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Cool. So that's it.
Yep.
All right. So you try to find any sort of weaknesses, any weak points, any points where some sort of a switch to turn, because this is a robot, to turn this robot off, to switch it off, and based on some of the knowledge from your encyclopedia and some of the knowledge that you have yourself, Wagner is a slightly more advanced robot than every other robot that you've encountered. He does have a switch, but it is internalized. He can, again, much like Isaac, he can turn himself on and off on his own. Like it has an AI. So it's a bit difficult. The switch can only be accessed once you are plugged into that robot. It's not an external switch, unfortunately. But you still get 2 successes. You're still able to find out a good good amount of weak points and everything for Jet to barge in and strong arm.
I will take it.
Yeah. All right, cool. Who was next? I think it's Jet.
Oof, okay. And I'm rolling force and then iconic item. Okay.
Yes.
Please. I'm just like stroking the sides of my monitor. Please roll good.
Oh my god! Are you
Oh my
fucking kidding?
god!
Did not work.
You know what? It's fine. You can still use your luck. You got one success. You can still use your luck to
Yeah.
re-roll the entire dice pool. And remember, you could still lose that one success. It's a trade-off. It's a gamble.
See, you're gonna
I'm
lose that
gonna
one,
do
but
it.
gain 4. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah,
Roll
totally.
the force. Okay.
Okay, at least you got that one back. It's still one
Wow, okay.
success.
Thanks.
Okay.
Alchemy's really doubling down on the story it wants to tell today.
You know what? It's fine
Oh.
because not every story has to end happily.
Whew,
Yeah.
okay, I'm actually stressed now. We have 3 successes and we have 2 more rolls, and we need 5 successes to get to a point where we can push ourselves. Whew, okay,
my
I'm
God.
sweating. All right, let's move on.
I'm sweating. Jesus.
You still have one success, so please go ahead and describe how you take down Wagner.
Oh, okay. Jet is going for his clavicle, his shoulder, his upper torso. I don't think he actually has a clavicle bone or anything. She pushes like the middle of the softball bat, so she's holding it like parallel to the ground, holding it at the two furthest ends of it, and it's like using it as like a crossbar to just knock him back. She wants to topple him onto his back. She's trying to pin him. I don't think she gets to with one success. That sounds like something you get from having bonuses. So in failing to, maybe I would propose that she gets him to topple, but he is not letting her pin him. So there's just like a scuffle on the ground now.
Okay. Cooper, go ahead and make your move check with your iconic item. And pray for 3 successes. 2 successes! Let's
Yay!
go!
Yay!
One more
Not
success.
even
We need.
including
Oh,
this success.
okay.
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 Listen, it couldn't be that. It couldn't be that good.
It's gonna be so good.
So we're at 5 successes. We need 3 more to succeed. To get to a point where we can push ourselves. Merely, it's up to you. You can still try to. Oh, you're rolling charm. That's fine. Roll with your iconic item, please.
One success.
Hey.
Yes,
Should I use my luck?
you should.
Okay. Come on. 2
Oh,
successes.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Come on, Norley.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh, you know what?
Wait, Norley. Have you checked
I
your
mean-
pride?
Oh, yes, you have a pride, right?
I know I use my pride.
Oh, someone has a pride.
No!
I know someone has a pride.
I still have it. It doesn't apply. Mine is no one calls me chicken. I don't think. I think she's too angry for fear to be a thing. Like she's just lizard brain right now.
I would
She is in
still
fight or
suggest-
flight.
I mean,
I would-
Wagner.
yeah, I would still. I mean, Wagner was pretty condescending against you guys, so
Yes.
I would still consider that calling you chicken.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to use it. No one calls me chicken. No, I don't. No, I'm sorry. I don't like. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for narrative. I don't think. I think she actually kind of like in her rage could not fully comprehend what he was saying to begin with.
Okay, that's fine.
I
That's
love
fine.
narrative. Good narrative
That's
plot,
7
plot
successes.
point.
That's 7 successes. But you still have your friends. That is Isaac and Moomin. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll an extra 2 dice. Anyone. if you get a success here, then we'll be able to push a bit more.
If
I
you don't get
think
success here,
Sonali should
Alchemy
roll it.
really has a story it wants to tell.
So
Yeah.
you get +2 dice from them because they're helping you.
Mhm.
I think Sonali should roll it. Because she's
Agreed.
friends with Isaac.
Okay.
Or not, she's not, but Marley is. There's no bleed happening
Oh my
here,
God,
folks.
One
Oh my
success!
god, that's clutch. That's amazing. Okay, you guys got 8 success. Now, really stretching the narrative thin here. You've got enough. Like it's a struggle. The Cooper is trying to keep the robots away from all of you, but he's getting overwhelmed. Audrey is again trying to maybe find more spots, or trying to maybe find some sort of controls to at least steer the ship away or something like that. Mary has again tried to intimidate that one navigator robot to move the ship, but again the robot is just kind of stunned and looking at all the chaos, and obviously the struggle happening with Jet and Wagner. So you guys are at 8 successes. Now you can push to gain success, to gain more successes. Now with each condition that you inflict upon yourself, you gain 1 success. So you need 8 successes. That means as a collective, you need to have 8 conditions. How does everyone contribute, and how do you take those conditions? How does that affect you, and how does everyone contribute from here on out for to actually push your luck into success, into finally defeating Wagner? So yeah, please go ahead, describe it to me. I think we'll
You
start with
already know.
okay, go ahead and start.
You already. So, you want to go in an order? I will hold.
I think because you are, fighting with Wagner, I think that should be the last thing that we talk about. But yeah, what about the
I
others?
like that.
Yeah.
So the conditions being
The conditions being upset, scared, exhausted, and injured. Remember, Merely used to you already have 2 conditions. You cannot
Yeah.
have more than if you get a 5th condition, you're broken. That means that you cannot succeed anymore.
Mhm.
And yeah, you're basically incapacitated.
Okay.
so I think Audrey is first going to become upset because she's like, this is beyond what a child should be able to do. Like, you know what I mean? This is like, we're being a little ridiculous here, right? Like, as children. And she gets so upset that she goes up. So she, first condition, upset. Second condition, she goes up to like the navigation desk and just takes both of her fists and just starts slamming on it, like just to fritz it, I guess, like try to break it so that like it can't work anymore. That's the intelligence isn't working, so now we go to brute force.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll take an injury from doing that.
All right. Yeah, what about Cooper and Mary?
Cooper is very much getting injured from all these tiny robots like battering him. And there's also I think exhausted would be a fair enough one, 'cause this is like everyone here is a child, but he is like a child, and he is really trying to prove he's something and not just a little rascal. So he's getting really tired from all that.
Okay, so that's 2 more successes. So we are at 12. I think, yeah, 12.
I think since Mary Lee is upset and scared already, and she's probably gone through a lot of SIGs and her lungs are extremely exhausted.
What the?
Yes.
I imagine they are.
Yeah.
Yes. So like she's just extremely exhausted and I want to get this point.
Sorry, you cut off for a bit for me. Was that for
Oh.
everyone else as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
please can you repeat that?
Yeah, I was saying, I just wanna, like, she's just completely exhausted, tired of looking at robots. She's just, I wanna go home. I wanna be done with this.
Okay, so you take one condition, exhausted. So we are at 13. And finally, Chet.
Okay. Now I believe how many do we need to what's our cap? Is it
3.
16?
We need 3 more.
We need 3 more. Oh, that's perfect because that even fits in for what I want for the narrative. What I was gonna say earlier is you already know I'm gonna stack as many conditions as I can fit on my character because that's just how I play literally any game. I love the drama. It's also fitting because the siblings that Jet is upset about. So she's upset, she's gonna be scared, and she's gonna be injured. She's fist fighting a robot on the ground. She has she doesn't know if her dad was home or not. She's not even in the realm of being worried about that. She is the eldest of her siblings, and she's got a 10-year-old brother, a 7-year-old sister, a 4-year-old sister. She's terrified that they're not okay. And so that's where that scared comes in. The upset was just the bubbling over of the rage that was already kind of simmering. If simmering is such an understated word for this, she didn't know. And then once again injured because she is fist fighting a robot on
Okay, perfect. So 3 more successes. That brings us to a total of 16. Now, how this actually works is, I mean, you succeed. You get all the successes through pushing yourself and uh, uh, to your limits basically. This is still a partial success, so it's not a complete success. So in that, there are going to be consequences.
Would
So
one more make it a full success?
Oh no, if you
Okay.
don't successfully just by rolling, that is if you don't get, if you
Oh!
if you spend your conditions, then it is if you have to spend your conditions to get a full, then it's a, so
That makes sense. You
yeah,
had to
Oh,
hurt yourself to do it.
yeah. So, yeah, so what happens is basically, the navigation desk just basically breaks and it sort of gives off this you hear some electrical sparks coming off of it, and Audrey just you just sort of you don't get electrocuted, but you just sort of sent back a bit, as Isaac just sort of runs towards you and he sort of pushes you away from the electrical outburst and just completely tanks all of the tanks all of the voltage that goes through him. um, as Cooper is fighting those smaller robots, Moonen helps you with her strength as a robot, so she's able to subdue them. But she takes a significant amount of damage as well, to the point where again she sort of it looks like she's going to like just fall down and shut down. Um, the navigation desk is completely fried, and as you land your final hit uh, um, at Wagner, um, with Meredy also just sort of uh, around and trying to maybe hold Audrey and get her away from all the chaos. Uh, Everything just sort of comes to a standstill as you realize that, as Wagner realizes that, yeah, he's lost completely and utterly, and he just sort of just gives up. You see him, you see his eyes. They were slightly glowing. Once he realizes that he's lost, his eyes just shut down. Like they just become complete black voids. Um, Soon you realize that because the navigation systems have been the navigation desk has been just destroyed. The path of the ship has been altered, and it is going into an it's going to the ship is going to crash into a lake. You don't have a lot of time. um, so Isaac, with his last sort of strength left, tells every one of you to get out of here and find your family and get onto the hoverboard. He carries Moonan's body as he leads everyone out, and you guys just sort of follow um, to him to the storage area where you find your family members. All of them are more or less just catatonic. They've been infected with Wagner rings, uh, so they cannot act on their own right now. They need orders, so they just kind of catatonic. They're not listening to anyone. They have stimuli, but they're not responding uh, like a human, like a human would. So all of you guys, you somehow you manage to get all of them out onto the hoverboard as the ship gets closer and closer to the lake. Uh, the only the only person left on the ship to actually get onto the hoverboard is Isaac, and as he tries to reach, the ship almost crashes. As the ship is almost crashing down, it tries to reach as the hoverboard is slightly away, and he just says, "Go, go!" And he tries to jump and tries to catch onto the onto the ship, but slips. His hand slips and he falls into the
Oh
water.
my gosh. No!
As as Hugin takes you away from the crashing ship, the enormous, giant, humongous ship crashes down into the lake with this incredible sound that reverberates, vibrates, and just shakes all of you to your core. You are tired, you are exhausted, you're injured, and then suddenly this loud boom of metal, of iron, of electricity, of magnetron effect just going in like some sort of sonic boom kind of way as the ship crashes down into the lake. And once you're safe in a safe enough spot, um, it just explodes. And with that, any trace of Wagner is gone as well. All the Wagner rings are destroyed with the laboratory, and soon enough, you're sure that your families will be safe. And because we don't have a time, I'm so sorry to cut this off. Um, we're going to fade out of this scene, and we are going to fade in as we get a small glimpse of the kids' lives after this. You've succeeded in a huge thing. Like this is a complete 80s action movie ending that you achieved here. As you guys sort of ride away, yes, the camera fades and it stays like that for a while. Just complete blackness. Is as you guys even as characters realize all of the weight of the situation and what you've accomplished. You've saved Boulder City, you've saved your families, and you've defeated the evil Wagner. And of course, with him, Diane as well. Even though Diane was already dead, but again, a lot of her was in Wagner himself. Um, but yeah, after all of that, let's actually fade in a couple weeks later to the lives of these kids as they try to assimilate and go back to a normal life. What does it look like? Who wants to start?
I can start. So I think Audrey has to a fault been very reasonable with the amount of trouble that she's gotten in on these two adventures, but cannot hide the fact that she has I'm assuming she broke her arm or something in this situation and cannot hide that from her parents. And so her parents take this as a sign of, oh, we actually don't know what our child is up to all of these days where we're so busy working. So not that they've completely quit their jobs and dote on their daughter, but try to more frequently check in on her so that she is not quite so um taking care of herself, which is really great because Audrey does love to feel the love from her parents, but also really inconvenient because it was really great to get to just like do whatever she wants. But takes a few less risks over the last couple of weeks than she did before.
Okay, amazing, great.
Cooper goes back to the farm, still does his farm duties, but not with as much pressure as there used to be. He does come back with a pretty busted up ankle, so he can't fully get right into things. So his mother has to hire a couple more people to pick up the load, and he kind of comes to the realization that he doesn't. He comes to the realization that he really is just like a kid. Like, he really is 12 years old, and he cannot run a life with him. Carried his entire farm on his back, even though he really wants to. His father sort of recovers from the hospital. He comes home, but very sort of weakened, not really able to work the farm as usual. Again, Cooper doesn't take this as like a challenge this time. He doesn't take it as like a challenge to do more, be stronger. He just kind of he takes more time to himself, playing out with
Can
his
I
friends. And
can I add to that? I'm sorry for interruption, but can I add to that a bit more? I think
yeah,
that
of course.
I think that after all that has happened, your parents, uh, I mean, first of all, Stacy comes back to her senses, so that's her story.
Yay!
That's done with. So she again, the Wagner rings get out from her system. So she comes back to normal. But your parents realize that they've been putting too much pressure on you. To because of your father's health and everything. I think in a way they've forgotten that even with you, even they had forgotten that you were just a kid. So they realize that they've been putting too much pressure on you, and which shouldn't be something that a child has to a kid has to go through. So they have a talk with you, and they say that you know what, uh, the farm is the farm. That's okay. We can handle that, but uh, just do what you want to do. You don't have to inherit the farm. If you want to, you can. They'd be happy to leave it off to you. But if you don't want the farm, if you want to do something else, you want to study, you want to go outside of Boulder City, if you want to do anything else like play sports or something, you should do that. And um, yeah, they feel like they've been just you know putting this pressure of the farm on you, and they just like, okay, just do what you want. You don't have to worry about the farm anymore. Does that work? Cooper, are you here?
Hello, yeah, that
Yeah, I
does
was
work. I thought we
I
were
was
moving
done.
on to someone else.
No, I was done. Um,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Mm.
Let's move on to someone else then.
I'll go next. So Mary Lee just goes back into her life and she realizes she has a lot of issues. She probably needs to start working on it and like stop to smokes and alcohol. And she tries to reduce it, but she keeps a lot of the times because there's nobody, like her mom's still the same, very busy, dad still not no one to really uh, be there for her needs. So she tries to do everything. I think works on opening up to her friends. That's it.
Okay. I think just adding a bit more. Um, It's just that I've been with these characters for like 4 mysteries, so I did know a little bit better. So I'll leave Audrey and Jet, to because they know their characters best. So I'll try to add some things more, some more things here with both of your characters. I think, yeah, I mean, she does try a bit more. Your mother does try a bit more with from connecting with you, and you know what? Maybe she even after all of this is sort of calmed down and everything, she goes to Scrapyard and she tries to get Isaac. Um, Isaac, and she does it, and she does this like without telling you for at least initially. But once he has been fully repaired by your mom, she presents. I mean, she tells it to you that, oh, I this is what I did. I repaired Isaac. Isaac is not the same anymore. I mean, he technically, quote unquote, died. So a lot of like your mom says that is his. I couldn't restore his memories, but he's essentially the same person. Um, so he has forgotten a lot of what you've been through. Your bond, your talks in the woods, and your entire adventure throughout this entire year. But he still has the same cadence. He still has the same sort of wisdom, the same ability to, even being a robot, the same some sort of ability to empathize that you really sort of gravitated towards when you really latched onto him as a support system. Uh, so yeah, it might not be uh, impossible to build that bond again and go back. Things might not be the same, but it's still something. You still get to hang out with him sometimes. So yeah, um, let's move on to Jet.
Okay, so there were 4 people that were taken when everybody's family was kind of kidnapped. There was Ronnie, Jet's 10-year-old brother, Annie, her 7-year-old sister, Lily, her 4-year-old sister, and Rita, who is not any Jet or any of the kids' mom. She is Jet's dad's girlfriend, who he had called to stay over at the house when he realized that Jet was not there. Jet did not call back to say that she was going to be staying over, because that's not a thing she gets to do. It's usually her job to take care of her little siblings when he goes to work nights. So he discovered she wasn't there. He did actually call the police. They said they had to wait a certain amount of like 48 hours or whatever to report her missing, like check school on Monday morning, see that kind of thing. So he called Rita to come stay with the kids and go to work. So she was there with them when the robots attacked. And so when everything was resolved, Jet thankfully was able to escape the punishment, unlike the first adventure where there was no clear explanation as to why she had been found with a bunch of other kids injured in the woods. The agents or whatever made up some story that made it seem like they were just some delinquents running around in the woods after a dog, and she got in a huge heap of trouble for that. This time her siblings and Rita got wrapped up in it. So her dad does, whatever cover story they were given, her dad does understand. He kind of assumes that Jet had also fallen victim to the same trouble and just found a way out of it and with the same kids to solve the problem before professional help or like emergency services or whatever could get word of it and solve it in a different way. So he's proud of her, but in a way that terrifies him, because he doesn't it's complex. I won't get into it, but he is wary of his 13-year-old daughter, who is the same height as him, and he doesn't want to have to think about the whole washed up small town sports hero narrative that like the shadow is shifting. It's not her in his shadow anymore. It's now kind of like her shadow is overshadowing him. But he kind of like twists that into like all the some of the other kids, their parents, there's too much pressure on you. You can't be taking on this much. And instead of stepping up and being a more present, caring, attentive father, he proposes to Rita, who doesn't really mesh well with any of the kids. She doesn't have kids of her own. She doesn't get along with kids very well. She's not hateful, but she's out of touch. She's that stepmom that's like, you can call me mom if you want to, and that's not the energy to just run up into somebody's house like that with that, like, too eager. And so everything is okay on the surface. Jet now has more freedom. She goes into teenagedom with a more open schedule. She can hang out with more people, have more of a social life. But because of the added tension at home that she doesn't have an outlet for, because it seems good. Weddings are happy occasions. That's good, right? There's no actual problem, right? There's nothing she can really kick against and say this is objectively an issue. She just kind of folds into teenage girl angst. And as she gets older, even just within the same calendar year, I think she starts to drift away from the rest of the gang and starts to lean more into, well, I'm a jock, I'm a cool girl, I'm with the athletes, you're non-athletic regular people, and I'm special, and starts to like drift into like not completely, but starts to get an air of mean girlness around her, and it's more of like it's less about her and how she feels friends and the people around her that she's hanging out with. It's more so the groups that she's choosing to be around are influencing her in ways that she's not yet mature enough to notice and do something about. And so she just kind of loses touch with the rest of the group.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a long year for all the kids present here, and yeah, we've gone through some emotional ups and downs and some really intense battles and adventures. We've fought with dinosaurs. We've stopped a bird war. We've stopped a maniacal robot and an evil scientist's plans to come to fruition. But yeah, that's just one of the tales from this place, and yeah, there are many more, Uh, that can be found here. This place is weird. This place is magical. This place is scientific. It's all sorts of things, and it's the people who make the stories here. But more stories can be told here, and will bring. But there's maybe in a different time. But for now, the tale of these four kids comes to an end as they go back to their normal lives, their mundane lives. Uh, the tale of them sort of coming together, sort of finding community with each other, trying to escape from their depressing mundane lives that they have there at home or at schools. Maybe it's not as bad as they feel that it is, but they're still kids, and all of this stuff is boring, like school, homework, tests, uh, you know, family problems. All of us face it, but it's heightened when you're a kid. And eventually we all, I mean, yeah, they will all grow up and they will realize, oh yeah, this is just every day. It's just that. But these memories of you guys just going on these adventures, fighting dinosaurs and robots, and flying on a magnetron ship are just going to stick. And they're going to be fond memories where you guys came together, you escaped your shared sort of mundanity, and you guys did something truly incredible. Um, yeah, and with that note, we're going to end this campaign. I'm so happy. I had a lot of fun running this, especially with all the characters, with all the interesting and really eccentric characters that we had. Um, yeah, it was a long journey. We started in November and we finally finished with it, all the technical difficulties and everything. We finally did it. Thanks to Steve for sticking with it. Thanks to every one of you to sticking with the campaign, for sticking with the campaign. We had a lot of scheduling issues and everything, but we finally did it. We are at the end here. And like everything else, we'll move on to some other different stories in some other place in some other time. Let's remember this one campaign that we had with our characters, with our kids, and yeah, let's tell these stories to everyone. as well. So thank you so much for playing this campaign, 4 Seasons of Mad Science, with us. Thank you so much to the viewers who stuck until the end. Thank you so much, Steve, for producing it. Obviously, Pantsless Tables. And I'll see you in, like I said, another place, another time. I've been GM Void, signing off. I've run the loop for the past 12 sessions. And yeah, looking forward to more stories to be told. I use he, him pronouns, and you can find me at Pantsless Tables Discord. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye. I'll let the others do their outros now.
My name is Amber, and I use she, they pronouns, and I have been playing Audrey the Bookworm, who uses she, her pronouns. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/analog_Amber, where I'll be making my return to streaming on August 11th.
Hi, my name is Chanel Lees. I have been playing Georgette, the Jet, Martin, the jock of the group. And I can be found pretty much anywhere at Chanel Lees, with or without the hyphen. Give it a try. If the website lets you put a hyphen in it, that one's me. And I don't know what time is or what it means. So keep an eye on my LinkedIn or my Blue Sky to see if I post something, because I don't remember what my schedule is like in this moment. Bye.
I'm Milo, pronouns they, he. I've been playing Cooper, the Hick. You can find me on most social media platforms like Twitter, Tumblr, Blue Sky, at Mitzelicious with 2 S's. I'm primarily an actor and a voice actor, and you can check out all sorts of projects I'm involved in on both sides, both performing and the crew writing it. You can check it all out there.
And I'm Stonare. I've been playing Mary. My pronouns are she and her. She, her. Sorry. And I'm somewhat active on Twitch. Very rarely. Trying to make that a norm. But yeah. See you guys.
See ya. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Steve, you can take over if you want to make some announcements. But from next week, obviously, Steve will probably tell you guys, tell this to you guys. But yeah, we're starting a new AP, God Killer. I think Steve has more information. Look forward to that. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.